Hi everyone and welcome back to Interview Chronicles Season 5. Today we are in the 10th episode of this series and we have Hemant here with us who has been recently placed at JP Morgan as a data scientist and he's here to share his interview experience with us. But before we talk to him, let's look at the eligibility criteria given for this company. So all the students belonging to computer science and IT branches were eligible provided they had a 75% or a 7.5 CGPA in their 10th, 12th as well as their pursuing degree with no standing arrears. Now let's go ahead and talk to Hemant. Introduce yourself first.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me. Hi all, my name is Hemant. I'm a final year computer science student from VIT Chennai. I'm from CSC Core and have a CGPA of 9.01. I recently got placed in JP Morgan as a data scientist, fast data scientist actually. Uh, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. You can now tell us about the placement process, like how many rounds were there and what they comprised of.
Right. So first, initially, we were asked to apply on the Neo Pat app. Uh, Followed by that, we were also asked to apply on the JP Morgan Careers portal for the specific role. And after about 2 days, we received the shortlist for the online assessment. I think there were about 340 students who were shortlisted for the test. Then we were asked to report physically VIT Chennai placement office, where we gave the test. The test itself, the online assessment itself, consisted of two sections. The first section was aptitude based, and the second section was based on code debugging and like selecting the output of the particular piece of code. Um, if I want, yeah, more in specific. So the first section, as I said, as aptitude, which had two sections in itself. First was an analytical aptitude round, which was 15 minutes for 15 questions, and then the second round in the aptitude was a quantitative aptitude, which was also 15 minutes, 15 questions. Once this was done, immediately we
Okay.
had like 2 to 3 minutes or something. Then the next section, which was the coding or the debugging section, started, where we had to select the output for a given block of code.
Okay.
Yeah, this was the online assessment, 50 minutes, 50 questions, I think. Once this was done, like after about 5 days or something, or 4 days, we got the shortlist for the interview. Uh, the interviews, I think there were around 30 students who made it from the 340. So
Right.
after that, the interviews themselves had three rounds, two being technical and one being the HR round. The technical round,
Okay.
the two technical rounds, first technical round, I'll just tell you, it had a panel of two members. First, they asked me to introduce myself, which I did. And obviously, in my introduction, I had mentioned that I've done a couple of internships. So then they went me to
Right.
ask about those internships. Then also they asked me about my ML projects because I had mentioned to them that I had done an ML project, and it was on my resume. Since this was a data scientist role, they kind of
Right.
went in depth into my project. And there were questions something like, why did I use this particular model? What was my approach for this particular project I did? Why didn't I go for some other method? Something like that. So something to test your basic knowledge, really. This discussion was about
Right.
for 20 minutes, I guess. Then after that, in the first round itself, then we moved on to the business case study part, where I was given a particular scenario, and there was a problem statement. I was expected to come up with a solution or a strategy as to how I would, tackle that situation. For this, I
Right.
think it was about, it was like it was a particular scenario where they were really checking my ability to, come up with something on the spot, like how, they were checking my thought process in that sense. We had a, sorry, we had a good
Right.
discussion for about 15-20 minutes. Yeah, so that concludes the first round of interview. After that, I think
Okay.
we had a second technical interview. This was with a much more, like, I guess, senior person from JP Morgan. I think they were an executive director. So she asked me questions about my, past work experience and where I worked, what my role was within that company, and how I was able to contribute that to that particular firm. And also more,
Hmm.
again, she asked me about my project, one of my projects, a bit in detail. So there was like a bit
Right.
of a, cross questioning. I was saying something, then she was asking me the
Hmm.
follow-up for that. So again, they're really testing what you had on your resume and what your past experiences are about. And then also there was a question
Right.
like which domain was I more interested in? Like, did I want to am I more interested in
Hmm.
like being a developer or a data scientist or anything else?
Hmm.
So yeah, you can be very,
Hmm.
open and you
Hmm.
can just share your thoughts. There's nothing right or wrong in that. Yeah,
Right.
and obviously these two rounds were eliminatory. Then came the HR
Hmm.
round, which was the final round. Yeah, so it was a very, friendly discussion. um, the HR asked me about why I wanted to join JP Morgan. Then he went on to ask me about the role in specific, like if I had any idea about what I'm going to
Hmm.
work as or what my role within the organization is going to be. And then he asked me a
Right.
situational question, something like, if you're in this situation, how did you win over a trust of some person? So, yeah, some question like that.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Okay.
that's about it. Those are the three rounds for the interviews.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Firstly, thank you for sharing. And I just wanted to ask, how long were each of these rounds?
Yeah, so the test, obviously the test itself was 50 minutes, and for the interviews, the first round of interview was about
Hmm.
45 minutes. The second round of interview was for
Okay.
20-25 minutes. The HR round was for 10 to 15 minutes
Hmm.
max. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many people were selected finally,
Three people were selected.
if you remember?
Yeah, three people.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much again for sharing your experience. And do you have any suggestions for your juniors or for or anything you would like to share from your experience?
Yeah, so from like interview perspective, like I just wanted to say, you have to make sure that
Hmm.
whatever you put on your resume is you're thorough with it. Like don't put stuff which are not very
Right.
sure about, because interviewers tend to test on
Hmm.
things, especially those that match the profile. You just make sure
Right.
that you have things which you're thorough
Hmm.
about. It could be anything like your projects, it could be a small thing
Correct.
like mentioning a particular skill,
Hmm.
it could be even about your work experience. So
Hmm.
whatever you present will be noted,
Right.
like every small thing will be checked.
Hmm.
And one more thing is, you don't have to,
Hmm.
you have to be very like honest. Like you have to make sure you're open
Right.
also, like this. But in my particular
Hmm.
scenario, when they asked me about the case study, it was on the spot, right?
Hmm.
So they were just thinking, they were just looking at your thought process.
Right.
So you just make sure that you're, how do I say it? Like, you give your thought process. You have to speak during the interview. You just can't keep it to yourself and, have it in your mind.
Correct.
Make sure you're communicating
Hmm.
with them. You ask them for
Hmm.
hints, because I think they also appreciate that, the interviewers.
Right.
And in general, I
Hmm.
would just say
Hmm.
try to maintain a good enough CGPA if you're in your junior years or something, because that plays a role definitely.
Right.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
just be confident and like keep your cool during the interviews. I think it'll be good. Yeah, that's it.
Right. Okay. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much again for sharing your experience and for the suggestions. I'm sure it's going to help many people. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this platform, Jishnu. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe.
Hemant and
And do
understand his
let me know
experience
if you
interviewing for this
want me to
company.
ask any other specific questions that you have to the people who are sharing their experience or anything else that you want to be added. Also, if you have any requests for specific companies, please do share in the comments. I'm going to try to look and get those people. And thank you so much again for watching and stay tuned. I'm going to upload a lot of videos this season too. So thank you all for watching.